Alrighty, so thank you for joining me today. This is another install of mine of the 7Chambers Veracity Labs Mom Hero. I may have to break apart into different parts depending on timing. But I will jump right into it. So, this purchase comes with the non-elite kit itself, a custom box that I'm excited and honored to partner with Anchorhead Marketplace. They've created this custom Galaxy's Edge display box. And I'm like blown away by what they come up with. Well, rather Paul Kerr, he makes these and they turn out fantastic. So this is included, and the way that you operate this screen, a couple of things. So you just kind of push on one side and then you can pull up. It's held on by magnets. And then on the side here you have a micro USB port to charge it. Same port that the Profi board would use. And then you've got your power button, and I think this other button is for when you want to program the Arabesh. And you just press it and it turns off. So basically it's rechargeable. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that off because it is in need of recharging. So the rest of the kit, you've got the hilt itself. I used the copper neck. It does include the non-painted colorized neck, the brass, the stock pommel emitter cap. Now this one does not normally come with shine through, but I drilled a hole in it for shine through. So you're gonna have two different versions of shine through if you prefer. And then the solid stock pommel, and then the vented pommel. And then you're gonna get this charging dock, two 18650 Keep Power 3000 mAh batteries, and then a 34-inch. Sorry, got some dust on it. 34-inch recessed stock PCB with onboard LEDs, KR Sabers V2 strip, bullet tip. It is also sanded, but best part is the recess is very deep, and that will help for stability. Now, on this, actually, before I jump off, so that depth helps with the stability of swinging. I will tell you though, if you're not familiar with the KR Sabers strip, they engineered a really, really nice strip. It is both, from what I've heard, I haven't really been able to compare, but it's the brightest in the hobby. And the way that they designed the pads for the electrical connection, it just makes the install that much easier for us. That being said, it is a solid strip, and it does have weight to it compared to a traditional flexible rollout NeoPixel strip. There are some moments where you could feel a wiggle here and there, but I did wrap it with quite a bit of thickness to it to prevent that. But it was tricky to still do that. So just keep that in mind. You could here and there feel the strip kind of hit a little bit, but overall I did make it pretty darn tight so that you won't. And so this comes with a bunch of goodies. So it does have the reveal. Now I did leave this card to be pretty tight to slide it on and off so that it doesn't like fly off on you. It's tight in my opinion. It doesn't necessarily have to be this tight. I could smooth it down and make it a little more loose, but I wouldn't go too much. And then this does have a custom blade plug that I designed so that you can have a different version of shine through. All the grooves where you're going to be unscrewing things, I'm greasing them. Before I ship it out, I'm going to put a fresh layer of grease on there for you. Something to keep in mind in the future, keep greasing them. It just makes it nicer when you're sliding it on and off, so it's not like metal on metal. And yeah, so let's take a look at the chassis. Now to take the chassis out, if it were me, I wouldn't slide it out with the grenade still on because it's very tight. I would undo the grenade as well as the pommel, and you always have to pull it down from the pommel or come up from the pommel section, or the booster section rather. You do want to do it from the booster. And then yeah, so let me get this in focus. And hopefully it stays in focus. Come on, get it in focus. Come on. There we go. So I'm particularly excited because I find this to be one of the best, if not the best, builds I've ever done, especially for the chamber. This is where I don't like building, installing sabers without a chamber, because this is where my artistic side comes out, is directly right there. Otherwise it's boring for me. And then got some more accent down here. Kill switch, 28mm speaker. And then like I said, you can slide it down and out. There's in here, there's the female up there, and then there's a like a little metal guard I put here so you don't slide this too far. I did design this so you can operate it outside of the hilt. The body of this chassis is my design. I know there's a lot of you out there who want to buy the file to print these yourselves. I promise I'm working on that. There are a couple minor tweaks that I still have to work on, and the reason why it's taking me so long is because I don't know about you or anybody out there, but I have a lot of error issues in Fusion, the program, whenever I'm like trying to go back and slightly change something that I've already moved forward in the design of the file. For some reason I get errors, and then it's like I can't make adjustments. It's like I have to start from scratch, and I really don't want to do that because I've pretty much honed this baby in. Positive, negative is always, that is always on the spring, the little nub top. don't reverse it. I will say that because this is a tight build, you kind of want this, if you want to preserve this sticker, you want the sticker to go inside and then the back out there, because it's tight and it'll, after taking it out so many times, it'll eventually wear off. So where was I going? Yeah, so the people who want to buy the file from me, I mean, right now it's really a couple spacing changes I need to make in here where the buttons go. This ridge where these connectors meet in the file, they're too high, and when I go into there, it still hits the other connector, so I have to then take a Dremel and shave the physical print down. So obviously I don't want to have to, or have you guys have to deal with that. And then lastly, I made the speaker section a hair too long, and it was coming right up on the pommel, like too tight, and not letting the sound fully emulate. So that also had to be shaved down, and that's something I got to work on that darn file with as well. So bear with me. I'm trying to come out with it, I promise. I'm sorry that it's not coming as fast as everybody would like, but I do work full time for a job that does take up a lot of my time, even on my days off. So it is it's hard to do my hobby. So bear with me. And I am running out of time on this video, so this is going to be part 1. Part 2, we're gonna dive into this. So stay tuned and come on over to the part 2.